Hey guys, what's up? It's Henry Riggs here, and I'm going to be talking about my Omnath Locus of Mana deck. Get out of here, Terrastodon. So, Omnath, his good points is he comes out early, he's a great beater, very aggressive commander, and he can win a game all by himself. So if you get mana flooded or mana screwed, you can just dump mana into him and make him big, get in there and win if you had nothing else to do. So let's go again and start looking at the lands. Diamond Valley is really good because you can sack Omnath, gain a ton of life, and if you have flash out, you can just flash him back in. Mossboard Bridge. So this is very good because Hideaway, it says if you have power 10 or greater on your board, you can cast whatever you hit away for 1 green mana, which is amazing. Winding Canyons. Giving Omnath Flash is what you need to do in this deck. It's very good against control players. It's very good against pretty much any deck. Mana Crypt's in the land spot because it costs 0. But getting 2 colorless mana for free is always good. You have a Maya Hollow, regenerate target creature. Rogue's Passage. This card was made for this deck. Paying 4 mana to give Omnath unblockability is what you want to do. Reliquary Tower. Green doesn't have a lot of draw spells, but it has some pretty good ones, so Reliquary Towers in the deck, so you don't have to discard your hand. Mystifying Maze and Maze of Ith are both in here to stall if you ever need a reason. If you're just trying to get in with Omnath, you're tapping him every turn and you're leaving yourself wide open, you can use these to stall out and hopefully win the game on the aggressive route. Jorah, Tree Speaker, is referred to as the Green Soul Ring. She's very good as a 1-drop. Play on turn 1, level up on turn 2, and then play another turn 2 spell. Is just amazing. Then we go to Birds of Paradise. I don't really run too many mana dorks, but I feel like Birds makes the cut because it can chump block in the air. Arbor Elves is another one of those mana dorks that just gets better over time because you can place a mana doubler and he taps for 2 then. If you play another one, he taps for 3. Crossroads, giving everybody's creatures haste, so you have to be careful. But generally, when you play this, you're playing it after you play Avengers in the card, and you have a ton of little 1/1 tokens, or 1/2 tokens. Soul Ring, staple in every EDH deck. And another staple is Sensei's Divining Top. Just getting to, filter the top 3 cards is what you want to do in most decks. Tri-Builder is one of those little 2-drops ramp spells. Raphelos is a 2-drop mana doubler, he's bonkers in this deck. Sylvan Library is one of the green cards that I was talking about. Green doesn't have a lot of draw spells, but it has amazing draw spells when you can get them. Lignify, which is in this deck because green doesn't have a lot of spot removal, and most of the spot removal that it has is pretty expensive. So Lignify makes the cut because it can take out Avacens, it can take out Shieldreds. You don't have to worry about abilities, and you don't have to worry about big beaters with this card. Naturalize, there's going to be enchantments and artifacts that you just need to get rid of. Naturalize makes the cut for that. Regrowth is just basic reoccursion. Get anything in your graveyard back into your hand. Ramped Growth, little 2-drop ramp spell. Lightning Greaves gives Omnath Shroud. Don't really care about the haste, but sometimes it's relevant. You're just playing it for the Shroud. Doubling Cube, another mana doubler, very good. Fierce Empath lets you tutor anything back here. He has quite a few good targets, so he makes the cut. Eternal Witness, Regrowth on a stick. Triumph of Ferocity. Omnath's generally going to be the biggest creature on the board, so you're almost always going to draw with Triumph of Ferocity. Krosan Grip, Uncounterable Naturalize, very good. Early Harvest, just a great card. So you just need a few more damage to push through with Omnath. You play this and win the game. Beast Within, Vindicate for green. Kodama and Cultivate, very good ramp spells. extra planar lands. I am playing Snow Covered Forest, so it's always going to be, most of the time, a mana doubler for me. Get into our 4-drops with Yeva Nature's Herald. Giving Omnath Flash is what you want to do. Oracle of Modiah, letting you skip those jet draws with lands and get straight to your big spells. Garruk Wildspeaker, he's in here because his untapped 2 target lands is very good ramp, but giving your creatures +3/+3 and trample is very good with Omnath. Vernal Bloom is kind of a dangerous card, but generally it's only going to be played if I'm the only green player. Defense of the Heart, if your opponent has creatures, it's a cheap tooth and nail. Triumph of the Hordes, giving your creatures +1/+1 trample and infect, and having that stack with other overrun effects is very good. Skyshroud Claim is just get 2 lands, put them into play untap. And Ranger's Path is another pay 4, get 2 lands, but they come into play tap. Now this deck can be played as a land destruction deck. I don't really like to play it that way, but I will if I have to. So cards like these: Acid Moss, destroy target land, you get to ramp. Harmonize, just draw 3 cards. Bramble Crush, destroy target non-creature permanent, which can be a destroy target land. Vidalcan Orrery, giving Omnath Flash is vital. Sad Robot, or Solemn Simulacrum, go get a land, and when he dies, draw a card. Silklash Spider, green is susceptible to flyers, so you need something that can pretty much wrath the board, but nothing on the ground. So Silklash Spider makes the cut. Seaborn Muse is another little mana doubler. Genesis is just great reoccursion. When he's in your graveyard, you can just pay 3 and get any creature back into your hand. Acidic Slime, another one of those land destruction cards, but is really in here for artifact and enchantment hate. Garruk Primal Hunter can be dangerous. If Omnath's too big, you don't want to use his -3, but he's in here for the -3 ability. Asceticism, giving all your creatures hexproof and regenerate, is very good. Soul Majesty, drawing cards equal to the power of Omnath or to any of your other fatties is always good. Primal Command gives you options. Mind's Eye, you're going to have a ton of mana in this deck, so you don't mind paying the 1 to draw a card. Memory Jar is just more draw spells, or just, a way to get through your deck to find the answers that you need. Kamal, really good Wrath the turn. So if somebody tries to Wrath the board, you can turn all their lands into 1/1 creatures, thereby making this another land destruction card. Mana Reflections, just very good in this deck, doubles your mana. Duplicate, very good spot removal. Cage Sun, mana doubler, and buffs all your creatures. Sylvan Primordial it really shines to multiplayer, but it's still good in single, so it's another land destruction card. Avenger of Zendikar, just a great token producer. Tooth and Nail, a very broken card in green, but is definitely worth playing. Boundless Realms is another mana doubler. Woodfall Primus, comes out into play, destroy any target non-creature permanent, so it could be considered a land destruction card. Vorinclex is very good. You need to be careful if you play him in multiplayer because he will bring you a lot of hate, and he is a mana doubler. So Terracodon, another one of these, could be considered a land destruction deck, but he rounds out the top of our LD's land destruction cards. So then we move into our X spells, which is Green Sun Zenith and Genesis Wave. Green Sun Zenith for 3, getting Raphilos is a thing I like to do almost all the time. Or Green Sun Zenith for 1, or casting it for 2, and getting any of our 1-drops is pretty good. But Genesis Wave is a game ender. It's in here just in case you have a ton of mana and you just want to play out your deck. You can go all out in 1 turn. It's another reason why Crossroads is in here, because it wouldn't be good if you Genesis Wave and none of your creatures had haste. So that is my Omnath Locus of Mana deck. It's pretty resilient. Can come back after the field is wiped. He is definitely the win factor of this deck, but there are other ways to win. So go ahead and like this video if you like Omnath. Let me know if there's some cards I'm missing out, but I've pretty much been playing this deck for about a year now, and I've got it to a point right now where I like it. Just let me know if there's any cards that you think I would like to play. And as we all know, no EDH deck is ever done being built because they keep printing new cards, so who knows, there might be a card that comes out pretty soon that I'll have to make a spot for. But anyway, this is Omnath. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll be putting out more shortly.